Hey guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So we're coming into the close. I guess we got started just a minute early, but it's just consolidating. So we got the afternoon consolidation that I was looking for, plus we got the push off of the 6-month three. So the dealer pushed us off of the ES 6-month three. This is all you need to know right here. 63.65 to 63.95. All right, so they swept these stops and they're sending it back down. So I would be looking for a 5% correction off of this high right here. The high of, does that say 64, 68.50? Boy, I need some new glasses. And 61.45 right here, which is a quarterly one. So that just, is perfect. So that's September, or that's a 6-month RVol, sorry. And here is your quarterly one, quarterly two, actually. So the 6-month RVol, close and open. Oh, and the 6-month too. So we've got a lot of 6-month levels here. So this is just a 6-month. Sorry, I thought it was on a quarterly. So there's your 6-month RVol and 6-month two. So that's exactly where it's going to be heading. And then here's some quarterly levels. 61.40, 61.58. So here's your sweet spot if you want to be timing this. And we have plenty of room to get down there. Look, I need to move this down. And this didn't change. I'm going to take it off. So we're heading down to the 62.75, 62.41, and then down further. So the dealer got us off of that level, but let's take a look at the NQ for positioning. This is your money shot. We hit some quarterly ones, 12-week ones, but we're above the 6-month threes. So that's why I think these markets are going to branch apart and go their own way, right? I think that in the ES will be more of a flat rectangle, choppy up and down, while the NQ can rally up and stay above its 6-month threes because they have not lost their level. They have held on to it. So I'm more optimistic that we're going to see a bifurcated market. And you see my hook, my RSI is hooking now to the upside. So that's why this gamma is being so supported in the NQ, and our signals this morning from the VSNAV for the NQ especially came into play and showed that gamma holding a, a seismic shift from negative gamma to the dealer support, and that supporting that 6-month three. So definitely keep your eyes on our halo metric. And as we go forward with these calculations, but definitely a huge sharp fragility unwind, meaning they're piling on the gamma in the tech, but not so much in the broader market. So as someone was reading their script, it's so funny. Watch CNBC and they just read from scripts, right? The people that they interview. Um, he was reading a script and he was saying, it's really the S&P 100 that has the money, but it's the NASDAQ stocks. It's the AI stocks. That's all it is. So we need the broader market participation, which will come. We need to get the manufacturing back and build our base back. They offshored it and turned us into the damn consumer economy that doesn't do anything but allow central bank control over our money. As long as we're producing and growing jobs, it's going to provide the good kind of inflation that you want, where people are out there going to restaurants, shopping, spending money, taking a vacation, right? Not just throwing a six pack in the back seat and driving to Galveston like I used to do, right? Actually going somewhere and having fun, spending money. So we want the economic engine running again. And I will fight anyone who argues with me on YouTube about it or Twitter. Um, you know, throw your cartoons at me. I will respond because we need the manufacturing back. I'm not going to make apologies for it. Um, we need, they tried to turn us into this lay down type of an economy. You've got China that is going to be completely decimated very, very fast. They're unwinding their population. It's aging and it's not replaced. They refuse to let anybody have children. So they're going to have an entire country, many empty cities, not just the stupid ones that they built that are unlived in. They're going to have a huge problem with people. They need to be importing people. We should be sending all of our immigrants to China because they don't have any population replacement. So they're in dire straits. We do know that. So I'm jumping around a little bit, but from volatility to this and that, but I still think AI is the way to go. Our broader market will get there. It's not going to sell off. It'll be that choppy rectangle. But in the meantime, the NQ can rally up. And then maybe if we can get all these tariffs worked out, we can get our 7,000 Santa rally for the ES. But my hopes for that have dimmed significantly. So any of those talking heads that are saying 7,000 ES at this time, they're out of their mind because they can't get past the quarterly, I mean the 6-month threes. These are 6-month levels. So they're not going to go away to the end of the year. This is the H vol and this is the R vol. This is the historical volatility and that's the one period realized volatility. And the dealer algos are not going on top of that. You're going to have to clear 6,400 to get to 7,000. All right. So I'm get off my soapbox and get back onto my indicators. I have built this great suite of volatility analytical indicators and are trying, and I've gotten to the place now where I think I'll be able to produce these reports every day. My goal is to get the VIX S&P 500 ESNQ um, every day, and then the bonus is Bitcoin, gold, and crude. And then when I can automate it, I'll get all the other stocks, crypto, ETF, FX, currencies, commodities, everything tied to this, and have a live dashboard where we can get these great volatility signals with, everything, all the bells and whistles, the explanation. So you don't have to what is a VDI and, what is this or what is that. You'll have an explanation because all it is how the dealer algos position around, these option positions. And when I can put that together with my Jats PT, that's where the magic comes from. And that's what I keep trying to tell you guys. The option positioning is not worth much without understanding the market context of where it's going to be trading daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. And that's what I do so well at mapping already. Daily, weekly, look at my levels, you know, bouncing on the weekly one, and understanding what that means, right? Because when you're on the upside of the weekly one, that means dealer has already moved risk out, and they're blocking it from going back in to get back to the mean because they had moved risk out. And we're at the beginning of the month, so when it does cross back below this 63.17, that's very bearish. That gets us to those lower levels quickly down here. And I think that's going to happen for the ES at least. They'll have to cough up a little bit more money, moving their risk down. But it is about these spreads, and it is about these higher time frame levels. So when you can put the two together, when you can understand how the HVOL relates to the RVOL on these cross time frame analysis with the dealer positioning and the options, that's where I've landed, and I think I've nailed it. And apparently the AI engines love it too. I have asked Google, I have asked Gemini, and I have asked ChatGPT, am I wasting my time with this? And they all say no, that it looks really good. So let's get it built. I've got a great report in the meantime. Come subscribe to it, and then you'll get access to the live platform. And as we get that going, my platform is expanding right now, doing their own website development, which is first and foremost. They've been working on it for half a year. It is going to be fantastic. They have some great things for you with their scans and things like that already set up. They've got it set up in folders for you where you just click a folder and you see, the normal standard, all the top filtered things pop up for you. But when we add my halo metric to it, my dealer skew volatility makeup with my Jats BT levels, I think it's going to complete everything. I think it's going to be so great. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to get this built and get it done. It's all I can think about. So I want to focus on getting this finished and get it out there, and let's see how it looks. Let me know what you think if you have any questions, and I'll chat at you later. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.